It was just another scorching Tuesday in Lagos. The air was thick with tension as commuters bustled about, the city's rhythm pulsing like a living heart. Inside the marble walls of Golden Vault Bank, customers queued silently, filling forms, checking balances, and submitting withdrawal slips. Nobody paid attention to the elderly woman in the modest blue Ankara gown and a straw hat, quietly seated in the customer service area, observing everything with sharp, knowing eyes. What nobody realized, not the guards, not the front desk staff, not even the branch manager, was that this seemingly quiet woman was Mrs. Angela Nwori, the very CEO of Golden Vault Bank, conducting a surprise visit, undercover. Before we continue, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell to get notified for more, share to friends. Where are you watching from? Please tell us in the comments. We love seeing how far our story goes. Angela had built this bank from scratch. From a single office in our bar to over 100 branches across Nigeria and West Africa, she had poured sweat, resilience, and vision into its growth. But rumors had begun to swirl. Whispers of mistreatment, racial profiling, and abuse of power at some branches made her uneasy. So today, she was here, not as a CEO, but as a mystery shopper. An older woman, alone, holding a faded savings book and an expired ID card. She had waited for over 40 minutes. Finally, she stood up and walked to the counter. "Excuse me," she said calmly, "please, I want to check if I still have anything in my account." The young man behind the counter glanced at her, his nose wrinkling. "Madam, you people won't let us rest. Can't you see we're busy?" Angela blinked. "I've been waiting." "I said go and sit," he snapped. "You think we're here for jokes?" A supervisor, sleek in a tight-fitting suit and heavily gelled hair, walked over. His tag read Mr. Kelvin Ajayi, Branch Operations. He looked at her from head to toe, disgust crawling up his face. "Madam, who allowed you in here dressed like that? Is this a market?" "I beg your pardon," she asked, taken aback. "You're causing disturbance," he said. "Security, take her out." Before she could explain, two guards walked over. One of them, a tall, muscular man with rage in his eyes, grabbed her arm roughly. She winced. The other moved in fast and in the process slapped her across the cheek. A collective gasp echoed across the bank. "Arrest her!" Kelvin barked. "She's impersonating someone. Look at this expired ID, probably trying to steal from a dead person's account." Angela stumbled back, her hat falling off, revealing her neatly braided silver hair. Customers began to whisper. Phones discreetly came out, recording. Someone muttered, "Isn't that?" At that moment, a young intern named Femi, fresh out of NYSC, rushed out of the back office, his face pale. He had just seen the daily calendar on the manager's wall, the one with the CEO's portrait on it. "Mr. Kelvin." Femi called out breathlessly. "Sir, that's her. That's Mrs. Angela Nwori, the CEO." Silence. Then, chaos. Kelvin froze. His skin turned ash. The guards released her immediately. One fell to his knees. The other stumbled back, bumping into the teller desk. Angela slowly picked up her straw hat, her voice low but seething. "So," she began, "this is how you treat your customers. This is how you judge people by their clothes, their age, their accent." "Ma, I didn't know," Kelvin stammered, sweat beading his forehead. "That's the problem. You don't want to know. You never even cared to listen." Phones were still recording. Staff were frozen in place. Angela pulled out her personal phone, made a quick call, and simply said, "Come in." Within minutes, a black Lexus SUV pulled up. Her personal assistant and two executives walked in, flanked by security from the head office. "Effective immediately," she said to everyone in the lobby, her voice loud and clear. "Mr. Kelvin Ajayi, you are hereby relieved of your duties. You have violated every principle this bank stands for. You have abused your position. You've assaulted a customer. I'll also be ordering a full investigation into how this branch treats people." Kelvin collapsed onto a chair, shaking. "Please, madam, I have family." "You should have thought of that when you decided to be cruel to strangers," she replied coldly. Angela then turned to the crowd. No one should be mistreated because of how they look. Because they seem poor, or old, or unimportant. This bank was built to serve the people. All of them. Without bias. Without discrimination. The crowd erupted in applause. She faced the guard who slapped her. "Your actions could have caused a riot today. You don't just lose your job. You face criminal charges. His knees buckled. Madam, I'm sorry. I didn't know. You never asked, she interrupted. As she walked out, customers greeted her with respect. Some were in tears. A woman whispered, God bless you, Ma. Thank you for standing up. Angela smiled slightly. Let this be a warning. Don't judge. Don't assume. You never know who you're talking to. The next day, the video went viral. CEO slapped by her own bank staff, fires them all on the spot. Media houses picked it up. People praised her for her humility, courage, and the lesson she taught. Others were embarrassed that such behavior still thrived in society. But the twist. Angela didn't stop there. She launched a new program across all branches, the Human Touch Initiative. Staff were to be retrained, evaluated, and promoted not by their suits or degrees, but by how they treated people. Customer respect became policy, not just practice. Moral lesson: never judge people based on appearances. You may think they are nobodies, but they might own the very place you stand. Power doesn't always wear a suit or speak in English. Kindness is the new currency of leadership. So, before you act without thought, pause and ask yourself, what if the person you're mistreating owns the building?